Now the real question is, just how badly is he about to violate this poor Majik? What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact. It seems like we're winding down this arc. And notably, the main reason I'm excited for the wind down of this arc is mainly to see the aftermath. Very specifically, the aftermath. Notably, it was kind of digi-destined that Gokuraku was gonna live, Ichi was gonna live, Desscaras was gonna be fine, it was gonna be fine. The prophecy Majik said it, and also, you know, Gokuraku's our fourth main character for our 5-man band, so of course he's gonna make it. But with that being the case, the main reason I'm intrigued is because what people mentioned last review. The idea that just because the tap down, Joyous Sorrow Majik is defeated and sealed in Ichi and all that, doesn't mean that all these people, this entire nation, which had been stripped from their despair for 10 years at a time, will now suddenly not have to deal with that. Of course, a lot of the built-up direct resentment and feelings and negativity of it is being forced directly into Gokuraku. But at the same time, that means all these people who've been blissfully ignorant for 10 years are going to have to suddenly realize, oh no! Life bad. And from Richa to the one man we saw to everyone else in this nation. And I still think ultimately the Joyous Sorrow Majik is still going to get quite the victory royale. And of course, there's still Gokuraku's whole relationship with the rest of the world, and very specifically the Mantino Witches Association. Obviously, I assume Richa, since she is the older sibling, would probably still become the monarch and probably take over Kagami for him. I don't think he has to worry about that aspect of it. He probably has to worry about the 10 years of being a criminal, even if he was a criminal for the right reasons. And at the same time, Mantino Witch Association still don't like this guy. So even though he's part of the prophecy, I'm very interested to see how all that's handled. So let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into chapter 37, Because I Had You. I'm assuming this is going to be Gokuraku and Ichi, and I'll just chapter. Let's see.
No way. How is this possible? He's on the fourth orb. That's 80 years worth. How in the world did he get his sanity back through that?
Well, you had a stake, for one. And for two, like, at least from how it's been shown to work so far, I thought the way that the Joyous Sorrow Majik would work is that it would put, like, Gokuraku's consciousness and or soul in a specific position that the sadness was being based from. So essentially, if there was a father who lost their child, he would be put into that father's body, maybe live a portion of their life, and then see his child perish. And then say there was a mother who lost their child, same thing. And then say there was a brother who lost their sister. Like, essentially, I thought he was gonna essentially be consistently, almost not like Tsukuyomi, because Tsukuyomi is very specifically just torture, but in a way that he would like flash through life after life after life after life after life and like keep looping. Essentially, that level of insanity. But no, you just showed him illusions. Like, at least the despair is fueling the illusion. Yeah, but it was just one illusion. So ultimately, I understand how he could come back from that sanity if that's just exclusively how your powers work, buddy. If he overcame that one, he had nothing else to show. Like, what's the juice other than just juice that's going to power the illusion he already overcame? So I get it. I see the vision. But let's see.
How in the world did he get his sanity back through that?
Yo, why is he working so hard right now? I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's see. Okay. Darn. And then there we go. He let go of Ichi's weapon, so now Ichi can rejoin the fight. All right. Ah! Joyous Sorrow Majik, you were talking all that smack. You were aura farming last chapter. I even, like, admittedly, it was completely random too, because there's one other friend of mine who reads ichithewitch, but they don't watch my reviews of it. So I literally went up to them and was like. And they're like, what are you doing? Why are you posing like that? And I was like, clearly you haven't read this week's chapter. And then I saw it click in his eyes, and it was like, you see, you aura farming madman. I was like, yes, little girls. Let's see.
Boom. Almost. Only one orb left.
Which is crazy. Is it going to give him like one last negativity boost or something? Because like, darn, he's eating that. 10 years of sorrow, like, that is actually kind of crazy. That 8 years worth of sorrow was burned through in what, like 5 minutes? Like, how long has it actually been in universe? I feel like not much time has passed. So maybe the Joyous Sorrow Majik, I mean, the thing is, right, it really depends on what his spell ends up being, right? Once he's part of Ichi, I do wonder what his spell will end up being. Will he actually kind of end up being useless? Because, like, if this is what, I don't know, Gokuraku is a special exception who's, like, half human, half magical tool. Like he has a bunch of different reasons why he himself is very good at resisting this, on top of the whole stake and family idea that he's held on to, and the fact that he never took the Bakugami's devious offer in the first place. There's a bunch of reasons why he in particular is the perfect matchup for this trial, at least his part of it. But I do also wonder, how's he gonna be? Am I lagging? Hold on, I don't think I am. I think I'm just tweaking. Yeah, I'm just tweaking. But with it being the case, how useful is he going to be? Like, if he truly is, like, a slow build-up, gotta store up despair kind of guy, like, I have no idea how he's going to be useful in combat. But we'll see, we'll see. Because once again, I wasn't really expecting much from the Origumo either. Or even Uruwashi, but so far they've been cooking. Let's see. Only one orb left. And then it'll really be over. Well, yeah, I get. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because once that's completed and they're both alive, yo, that he really did set himself up for failure. Because once the trial's completed and they're both alive, I guess it auto completes, right? Like when we saw the trial condition be met for whatchamacallit, for Inazuri, immediately turned into a stone. Ururo was weird. He kind of just got slurped up and Ichi immediately transformed. But Ururo's obviously a special case. Uruwashi as well kind of just turned into a stone. It's like, yeah, once the trial condition is met, the J-Star magic is cooked. Let's see. And then it'll really be over. Ah, I see him. That was the sword, the knife back. I see you. Okay, let's go. You're sticking this out to the end, right? Ichan. My heart is so peak. It's so peak, bro. Brings a tear to my eye. Not really, but still brings a tear to my eye, bro. It's so peak. Yes, look at how viciously happy. This is one of the most excited we've ever seen. Ichi's like, we're going to brutalize another magic? Bruh. Count me in. Okay, Ichi. Go absolutely Buki bonkers? Buki bonkers. Sweet mother mercy, help me. Let's see. Yeah! He's so ready. Are they just going to violate him for the rest of the chapter? Are these going to be Wombo calming? Let's see. Oh, okay, no, we're getting a little flashback. Oh, okay, let's see. The prince is playing with magic items again? Making ones even men can use. I heard he even implanted one in himself. So yeah, he's just a genius. Someone said Frankie level genius, I still watch One Piece. But like, yeah, I guess he's built like that. Golly, from such a young age too. The ability and willingness to, like, not just implant yourself, but implant yourself by yourself, especially with experimental technology. That is crazy. Let's see. I heard he even implanted one in himself. That's terrifying. He can't be right in the head. I mean, they're not wrong. Like that. I mean, that does sound just. Let's see. He coops himself up all day, never praying to Lord Bakugami. He hasn't one iota of faith. As for royalty, he ought to devote himself, both body and soul. Lord Bakugami is the one ray of hope our country has. See, like... But you know what? No, because like, I get it. Once again, if something did come into my life, immediately take away all my problems, and then bring prosperity to where I live and to myself, yeah, I guess. But I don't know. I don't like the idea of... Especially, like, very specifically in their world. That would be, like... Of course, it'd be the equivalent to, like, an animal coming in and doing that for us. But, like, if there was a magical pig... Or we can stick with the tapir. If a magical tapir... Or a tapir did just appear and, like, solve all my life problems, I'd be thankful to it. But, like, I'm not gonna start worshiping it. Oh, no, it's a pig. Like, I'm not doing it. Well, I know it's not a pig. It's actually more... Tapirs are more related to... Hold on. Come here. Face me. But tapirs are more related to elephants, not really pigs. Because of the whole proboscis thing. But regardless, like, I'm not worshiping that thing. Like, cool, help me out. That's it. It's a little fat thing. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. But then again, and that is the funny thing, right? Especially with what we now know about the Joyous Sorrow magic. We know about Bakugami. It technically really is their choice. All the Bakugami does is take their sorrow and despair away. It is their choice to immediately give loyalty and fealty to it. It doesn't seem like... Once again, I talked about like Genjutsu earlier in Tsukuyomi. It doesn't seem like a Genjutsu thing where once it takes your sadness and sorrow, you immediately begin to worship it. No, it's just that it took their sadness and sorrow and made them feel better, so now they decide to worship it. So that was a conscious choice that I think I wouldn't make. But then again, who knows? I guess I still have sadness and despair. Though admittedly, I've coped with whatever sadness and despair I have, and it doesn't really bother me anymore. But maybe not for them. Let's see. Yeah, so he's see 1, 2, 3, and presumably more going down his arm. Yeah, and they saw him. Oh, interesting. So he just punched it. Let's see.
Kokuraku Kagami is hereby declared a traitor to this country.
I mean, like, how will they feel about that? Like, that's something I do wonder. How will they feel about that once all this is over? Let's see.
Kokuraku, there has to be a reason for this, right? You must have one. Please, talk to me. I can help.
If only you could, Ichi. If only you could. If only you could, but you literally can't. That's the thing, man. And yeah, that's torturous, dog. Like, to know that something is wrong. And to not just know it, but know there's nothing you could like that, and to live with that for years, that is crazy, man. That is insane. Biggest feat, and look at how empty his eyes are, bro. He's like, oh, how I wish you could, sister. How I wish you could help me. Let's see. If I told her the truth, she would just blame herself. I'm fine. I'll manage on my own. Darn. Yeah, and she would. That, like, and that's the thing. I don't, especially when, I don't, how do I put this in a way that sounds logical? I do not blame people for falling for things when they're in emotionally vulnerable states. Like, obviously this is, like, super contextual on, like, magic and mind manipulation and, like, arguable soul manipulation to some degree. Like, literal crazy supernatural powers. But, like, a lot of people have been ripped off when they're sad or in despair. And I get that. Like notably, you are just more susceptible to stuff in certain states.
I can't. I don't know. I'm just staring at it. Why does it feel like I'm lagging?
I don't know why. I gotta stop looking. But with it being the case, it's easy. It's why like one of the biggest scams out there for the longest time, I still think it happens, is like people who lurk around funerals, or funeral homes, and they'll go to prey on those who recently lost somebody, because typically death is something that makes people extremely sad and extremely vulnerable. Or when people prey on the sick or anything like that to get money out of them. Like, it is, or the elderly. Like, that's the thing. Whenever someone is not in their able-bodied or right mind, they're very easily manipulated. And the same thing goes for children as well, right? Because typically, heck, I'm a full-grown adult. I ain't confident I'm in full, absolute, peak prime mental capacity and stuff like that. So, especially for a child to fall for it and be the basis of everything, right? Because, hey, Mogami picked the princess, so of course everyone else would kind of listen to her. It's her fault, but it's not her fault, but you would read it as her fault. I get that. I get why Gokuraku was like, not telling you nothing. Let's see. I'll manage on my own.
You're an embarrassment to your country.
I'll do it all myself.
Traitor!
I'll manage.
How dare you harm Lord Bakugami?
This country has lost all ability to tell reality from fantasy. Even your own family will cease to recognize you. You're nothing but one human, tiny and powerless. And notably, I do think, to some degree, it is not always good to go omega headstrong into certain things, especially things you aren't sure about, right? Like, I think if there's ever a moment where you're like, should I be doing this? Reflect. Think. Do certain things. Like, there's some things I now do instinctually that I don't even think about. Like, whenever I go to the gym, I just go to the gym. I don't think about, like, the moral ramifications, because there isn't. I've thought about it, there isn't any. But there are times where I've gone on to make dumb decisions that I've just rationalized. Like, what's a good example? There was a time where there was a buffet. And I was like, I shouldn't really eat all that much. I proceeded to eat like half the buffet. And, like, I went absolutely demonic. I shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have. And that's a moment where I should have questioned that knee reaction, that base instinct. But in a case like this, where the whole world turns against you, especially to something beyond human comprehension, their control, or especially when you can tell they're being manipulated, Gokuraku's ability to stay forward, stay determined, in a world that now despises him, in a place where you can no longer feel any sort of connection to anybody. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay. So if last chapter was the... Okay, so I got a little mixed up. If last chapter was the motivation for Gokuraku's stability in the tide of chaos that was the sorrow and despair, it was his family in that one. Now we're talking about Ichi's impact on Gokuraku, which is very good, right? Like, these guys have just met. They've just met, and they've already become this strong of homies. And hey, honestly, when you make that first homie, sometimes it do be like lightning in the bottle. You're just like, yeah, this is my brother. Somehow. We've known each other for like 3 days, but it makes sense. Okay, I'll go with you on your hunt for Bakugami. Right now, I want to do something for you. You can do this. I'll have faith in you and wait. Gokuraku! Notably, I don't think I have an Ichi in my life, and I don't think I'm anyone's like. It's funny, right? I think of a lot of my friends. Some of my friends are definitely extremely energetic and like very extroverted and stuff like that. But more specifically, like a person to immediately. I guess that's funny. Like, I have a lot of interest in stuff that overlaps with my friends. We disagree on a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know how that happened. Like, if I think of, like, my closest friends, we do have some, like, very big fundamental disagreements. Not, like, fundamental, but, like, there's some things that they don't like that I really like and vice versa. And thusly, we are very rarely yes men to each other. Unless we are all, like, agreeing on something, we will very, like, it's unlikely for us to be like, yeah, sure, we'll do this. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. But Ichi being so willing to immediately trust and give everything to Gokuraku, I'm not like that. And I don't know any of the people who trust me now, they weren't like that either. So that I don't fully relate to, but I do understand why you would almost want an Ichi. Someone who just has faith, right? Who has faith, who cares, and who wants to connect. Because that's like the most base human desire of all. The desire and need to connect. Let's see. Gokuraku! Oh, so wait, they still are fighting. Okay, let's see. That's why I was so happy when he said that to me. That's why I was so happy to have someone fight with me like this. Years of being alone, years of being isolated, years of not even being able to trust and link with and explain everything to your own family. Finally having someone you can trust, and someone who trusts you, finally having someone that you can put faith in and reach out to and connect like this. That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. Oh, man. Ichi the Witch. Peachy the Witch, dog. Peachy the Witch. Let's see. I'm so happy to have someone fight with me like this. Now Gokuraku. Oh, wait, no. Let's see. I have family. That's why I could get back up. The solid stake that held him down. But then the loneliness got so bad, I couldn't even reach out to the stake. Right. Okay, so I was kind of right with my knowledge from last chapter. The Ichi was the guiding light to the stake. All right. So I was 50-50 on my interpretation analysis there. Let's see. So, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thanks to you, I made it back home. And it is interesting, right? I feel like humans, especially in different friend groups and relationship dynamics, we all have those people that we go to for certain things. For me, if I'm ever thinking of like, man, who is the Pencil Man? Why is the Pencil Man? How is the Pencil Man? Like, if I'm truly looking to ascertain, and not really redefine, because I've kind of always, at my core, no matter how much I've changed, I've kind of always been the same base person. I always do have my family for that, right? Like, that's who I am. That's where I reflected from. That's where I came from. So thusly, I am them. And they are me, bada bing, bada boom, Ouroboros type beat. But it is true that you have those friends you go to for those good times. You go to for those talks. You go to help them or for them to help you. Like, there is that, like, interpersonal connection that even those you consider the core of your family just don't really give, right? Like, I love my parents. There are some things I would never discuss with them. Never. And though I have friends that I would discuss those things with, but I still love my family, and that's that like bridging point. The idea of true interpersonal connection. Loneliness can still happen when you're connected with people, but ultimately, if someone can reach out to you, that can help guide you to the light. I love that. Or they could even be the guiding light in the case of Ichi. Thanks to you. Okay. All right, so they are still fighting. He managed to get a bit of his sanity back, but now the extra despair is kicking in. Oop, freeze? They both stop mid-attack? Thanks to you, I'm not alone anymore. Okay, I love, but you know what? I love how he's genuinely tweaking. Something about main characters who have this like insane wild look in their eyes. That's some good stuff. That's what I eat it up. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a snack on the side. I love it. Look at how excited he is. Like, yes, yes, I can finally fight. It's been so long, even though it really hasn't been. And Goku Raku just genuinely smiling, even through the madness, even through the pain, even through the despair. He's just like, yes, I'm here. We I'm like, just the feeling of no longer being alone, man. And like, once again, I've always been lucky enough that even whenever I felt like I was alone, when I had to put on triple XX whatever, and then in the background I was like, I need you, like that kind of beat. I was never really alone. I always had my parents. I always had my family. I always had at least one close friend. So I can't like fully empathize with it, but I can sympathize with it. And I can understand that feeling of like, yes, you meet somebody who you weren't directly biologically tied to by your very existence, and they help free you, and they make sure you are no longer alone. And for humans that a species that is just inherently extremely social, we do so heavily rely on each other. It's beautiful to see it. Beautiful to see them both be so excited. I'm not alone anymore. As you can tell, there's no one nearby, so I can freak and tweak out. Of course, they aren't going to scream this chapter, but you look, even even the George Sorrow Magic says exactly what I was about to say.
Oh, they're both nuts.
And they are. They're both genuinely insane. But sometimes, like I've mentioned it before, I am definitely the more flexible. I mean, they're like of the core people I would call my friend group, and of the multiple friend groups I'd say I'm a part of. I definitely am like the flex kind of guy. But I do have one friend in particular where even if there is no one else there, if it's just the two of us hanging out, even in like a public space, something about like, and we're normally like calm and rational people. We will become the parent friends if like the whole gang's together. But there's like some switch that flips in our brain where we just go absolutely insane. Not to like detrimental amounts, but we will do things that typically we would not do simply because the other is there to support us. And we have done things when there's like a third or fourth person from the other friend groups there, and they've been like, didn't think we would ever see you do that, Pencil Man. I was like, yeah, you know? But this feels right. And you go a little bit insane. Because that's the thing, like, the good thing about having homies is that there is no, like, predisposed identity you need to maintain, honestly. I mean, there's a little bit of it, but, like, there's not, like, you can let your guard down and really be yourself fully. Whether that be positive, negative, or somewhere in between. You can truly actualize yourself and connect with people. And I think it's beautiful that you can get that beyond your family. The fact that there are billions of people on the planet that you never know, you may have not known them ever, then you'll meet them and you'll connect, and you'll hold on to that connection for years to come. And I think these two crazy people, they're going to hold on to that connection for the entire series. Let's see.
They're both nuts, but there's only one orb left, and it's already that small. I'm about to get slurped.
Yes, you are. Let's see.
Oh no, 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 no.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, even knowing that Magics are immortal and they'll be freed after the witch dies, I would not want to be captured either. Like, that would be awful. Especially after you talk all that smack. It's kind of like, it's like talking a whole bunch of smack when you're playing someone in a game, and then you lose. And then, and it's worse. Like, I've had moments where I've talked a whole bunch of nonsense, and then I'll lose, and we'll just put the controllers down, and they'll just look at me. They won't even say, they'll just look at me like, and I want to reach across the triangle, but they're right. They've earned it. They've earned it. Sometimes you talk all that smack, and then you get smacked, and then you find out you're lacking, and then you just gotta lie back in. Let's see.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. At this rate, they will really beat my trial. But there's still a way. Gotta find a human and steal their sorrow. I can use that to recharge the orbs and buy time.
Yeah, but he took a nation's worth over 10 years. You're gonna get that much from one human? Like that's, it'll buy like 2 seconds. I'm not sure how long it's been in universe, but it really hasn't been that long. He's already drained so much.
Then I'll find some way to make them fail.
What, like, make Desscaras intervene? Like, have someone else intervene in the trial? I don't know, man. Like, who are you gonna get? Maybe Richa? Because we already confirmed, like, the last chapter before that she was coming here. Let's see.
But first, a human. I just need to find one of the country's morons who has total faith in me.
He's probably gonna... I'm gonna turn this page. He's either gonna, like, trigger Desscaras appearing, or he's gonna trigger Komugi appearing. It's one of those two. He's not gonna get actually a human he needs. It's actually... It's one of our three main ones right now. It's either gonna be Desscaras, Komugi, or Richa. But Richa probably wouldn't work. Komugi may work because she probably has despair of her own, and Desscaras has despair of her own too. But I don't think he may be able to drain Komugi. I don't think he can drain Desscaras. I think Desscaras would atomize him before he could. Let's see. Okay, what? Never mind. I guess he's getting no one.
Huh? What the heck? Where is everyone?
Actually, is a good question. What did happen? Did Desscaras cast illusion on him? Like. Oh, wait, are they still all... They may still all be chasing Komugi. Komugi may have actually genuinely clutched up because the whole nation's after. Okay, Komugi.
Where is everyone?
Oh, okay. In calm and orderly fashion, please. The prayer chamber is this way. Lord Bakugami has been angered. Let us all pray together so that they set aside their rage. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but alright. Let's see. Palace Great Hall. Your Majesty, all citizens from the altar down to the tourism district have been evacuated to the palace. Good. God, as many... Wait, it's hard for some reason I can't do an old man voice. And especially I remember back in my theater days, I was supposed to like play an old man. I don't know. For some reason, I can't hit like the gravel. Which is funny because I can go real low and raspy. It just doesn't feel like it fits like a real, proper, refined, elegant, older gentleman. Let's see. Good. Guide as many into the palace as you can. Ah, okay. Alright. Monaco clutch it out. I see the vision. Okay. Look at the Mental Witches Association clutch it out. I see the vision. Alright. And that's right, because Desscaras did order for reinforcements for them to come help. So this is a good way to do it. And I like that it is Monaco leader to leader that's controlling everything. Let's see. Oh, thanks for your swift response, Your Majesty. Yo, why are all the characters in this manga so fine, bro? I ain't even go get it. Let's see. We of the Mental Witches Association are magic experts. I guarantee your people will be safe. And I bet they can't even see it, that Desscaras is currently playing Tug of War with a giant angry Bakugami copy. Let's see. I guarantee your people will be safe. Wait, I almost hit one. If this is what it takes to calm Lord Bakugami's fit of temper. Ah, okay. So they use, but that's, hey, they've been gaslit, gay kept, and girl boss for the past 10 years. They can take a little bit more. I see what play they did here. So essentially, they used the leverage, because we already know the Mental Witch Association were the ones who came and inspected Bakugami all those years ago, so they already set up that connection with the nation of Bakugami. And they said it was clear. So naturally, by bringing the leader and the analytic witch to deal with a scenario about magic and magics, having them manipulate everything is really, really smart. Komugi even clutching up very much here, because I'm assuming maybe Desscaras gave this order. Then again, it's presumable that Monogold got the request from Desscaras, called Shirobidana, and Shirobidana got in contact with Komugi, and she was able to slip out, because obviously they only saw Ichi. They didn't actually realize it was Komugi. So Komugi could have flipped the switch at any point here. So very good. Let's see. Yep, as the analytic witch, I assure you that it will. Lord Bakugami is currently in pain. Actually, he is. Let's see. Oh. Okay. She's so cracked, bro. She's so cracked. It's so full. Let me see. Look, see how they've turned into that horrid-looking evil god? See? So wow, they're actually broadcast. I thought they wouldn't show that. I guess they're willing to risk it. My goodness, isn't it just so terrifying? The only way to return Lord Bakugami to their regal, beautiful, and peaceful self is for everyone to get together and... Oh, they're so fine, bro. I'm telling you. I'm drawing that panel, gang. I'm drawing both of those panels. But next, if I haven't drawn those panels, and I'm on an inking arc right now, I'm trying to do everything with just Sharpie, so that's gonna suck, because this is gonna be difficult. I don't know. Whenever I try to copy an art style, the level of Ichi the Witch, my Sharingan
it cracks and fails. Then again, I've been eating Guilty Gear pretty well, and Guilty Gear is definitely a harder art style than Ichi the Way. But regardless, I love how sly they look about like it's for everyone to get together and pray, because they know they're gaslighting, gatekeeping, and girl bossing right now. Literally, this is one of the rare cases where I say gaslight, gatekeeping, girl boss, and it's actually accurate because these are two girl boss. That's what I'm talking about. This guy, these two. Okay, let me stop. Let's see. Those darned witches. Take away any single human he could drain. So yeah, I guess he's cooked. The thing is though, like what the real question is, that aftermath I mentioned earlier. What is going to happen once he's captured? Like, this is gonna disappear, and then I guess they just gotta wake up from this dream that they've been living. Those darned witches. Uh oh. Thwomp. I can feel my strength. Oh no, Richa, please, no, Richa, you're gonna fumble the back. I can feel my strength draining away. All the sorrow I gathered is being sucked up. Am I going to lose to those two humans? What has really happened? Am I going to be acquired?
Gokuraku, where are you?
Richa, no, please. I'll get taken off, so Richa, please.
Gokuraku, answer me.
I'm assuming this is still gonna fail somehow. I bet either because she's already had her sorrow drained, or Ichi and Gokuraku are gonna fall from the heavens and give him back shots. Like, one way or another, this is gonna fail. But this is a good way to establish tension, especially after having Desscaras and Shirobadana blow everything up. This yo, where is it? And fun fact, little meta breaking thing here. Did I even draw the word they display at the end of the Talk About This? I actually know, and I already posted it and everything. But an unbelievably W chapter. One of my favorites in the series so far. I know it's only 37 chapters, but still one of my favorites in the series. Mainly because I love how everyone is used. This is really a manga where we aren't just focusing on the main cast, but we're using everything that's been set up to our advantage and playing it out really, really well. We have the arrogance and the lack of respect for humanity of the Choisoro Bakugami logic playing into effect here. We have the reconnection of Ichi and Gokuraku, very specifically highlighting Gokuraku's loneliness in spite of his stability, and how Ichi helped to reinforce the stability in spite of the loneliness by breaking through that loneliness. We get to see these two fighting, yet smiling and connecting and agreeing with each other. These two who have been steeped in violence, steeped in isolation, finally finding one another to connect to, and that connection bringing joyous smiles and maddening laughter. We have the joyous sorrow Magic realizing that he's genuinely cooked because his trial's about to be passed, and then getting so desperate and falling into despair. And what does the man who disrespected and didn't care for and wanted to destroy all these humans immediately do? Go hunting for human favor. The humans he had gaslight, gatekept, and girl boss. He hunts them all down, only for the other actual intelligent humans, which is forged by Desscaras, the strongest character in the series, and Komugi, who's out here supporting with the magical tools, and Monogold, and Shirobadana, all using their influence, which was already previously set up with how we saw them being the ones who investigated Bakugami in the first place, and using Desscaras' ability to restrain this evil, angry-looking Bakugami, turning the Joy Star Magic's abilities against it in such a fine and cool way, in order to create this perfect scenario where everything is going absolutely right for them, and for the chapter to end on this. Do I think anything's going to happen to Richa? No, highly doubt it. Do I think the Joyous Star Magic is going to succeed? Definitely not. But this is the perfect way to end it and really give us that good quality shonen. Come back next week, get super duper excited, and I'm going to come back next week, and obviously I'm super duper excited. So overall, we hit it for the 2 times. A W chapter all around. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, please do me a favor and leave joyous despair. Leave joyous despair in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. So remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, you're going to have a Patreon down below. You can support me for as low as $1 a month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include the live reactions to the series I'm to review, ad reactions of all my videos, and if you become a $12 Patreon or a $12 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, you have a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below. You drop 5 things for a short video, 20 minutes for a long video, or any beats at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Once again, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Redwolf 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Glacier XZ, Zera, Brendan Payne, J2MA, Guillaume, Buddha Ura, Alex Kenny, Yuki Ally, Enzo, Neves97, Zachary Wilson, Azo2404, Planet Crone, Rye Rich, and G Prosper. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons, Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, Dreadzoan, and A+A. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our Ink tier members, Austin Wimberly, A. Uchiha, and Shrimpo the Shrimp. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our digital art tier members, J Warrior and AZ Void. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our colored art tier patrons, Waki Munoz and Waki Munoz. And I think the final, Giga Super Gargantuan Legendary Ultimate and even further beyond, thank you to our ultimate tier, that guy with a pencil tier patron, Calvin Elder.